Welcome back, people. I hope you all enjoyed our last video. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. In today's episode, we've got 15 scary ghost videos that will disturb your sleep. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. And if you don't want to miss any of our videos, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we have new content. Let's get started.
Number 15.
This video from December 2018. A YouTuber named Furrboots uploaded a video in which he recalls a strange paranormal experience he had with some friends after he'd moved to England in February of 2003. The uploader claims that he and his companions frequently discussed life and death, what comes after death, and what does not come after life. Since they were captivated by the paranormal, a group of friends once asked random people they passed on the streets of London where they could find the spookiest sight on earth. After asking an older man this question, he eventually pointed them in the direction of an old abandoned mental hospital. However, when the friends arrived, they discovered that it had been destroyed and replaced by a recent residential development. Frustrated, the friends continued walking for several hours before finally finding Roding Valley Park. The pals smoked and spoke about life during their time in the park. For the rest of the evening inside, a few pictures were taken by the group. These photographs could appear to be average at first sight, but if you brighten them and improve the colors, it becomes clear they are anything but. Later that evening, one of them recalled, they had a peculiar experience. Two of them experienced a sharp drop in temperature and began to shiver. They didn't know what to make of it at the time. One of them made the decision to take a picture when they were all seated on the bench. A picture of a disturbing object can be seen. As you can see, if you adjust the brightness and contrast, you can make out a dark humanoid monster hiding in the background of the picture. They left the park at first light, and it was not until they got home that they realized what the picture showed. They then went on to analyze each one by adjusting the contrast and the brightness, and it was only then that they learned about the figure. What in the world did this YouTuber and his friends experience that night? To this day, the uploader and his friends say they have absolutely no idea what they managed to capture in their pictures that night, but it hasn't left their minds.
Number 14.
The following video was posted by a YouTuber named Mr. Spouter in January of 2017 and seems to showcase the uploader simply sitting on his bed, and it's clear right away that something eerie has caught his attention. After a few seconds, the person filming says he can hear some unusual noises coming from the stairs, but wants to record it for viewers to hear. Then, Mr. Spouter does something most people would be way too afraid to do. He opens the door and starts to look around. When you pay great attention to anything that suddenly comes across the hallway banging, it looks for the first few seconds that the uploader was unable to record anything interesting.
Right, banging again. It's like something on the stairs. You can't hear it though. I can. It's weird. It's not next door. It's like the what the There might be pipes in floorboard. So every time I look, there's nothing there, though. On the stairs, quick. Nothing there. There's there. I need to time shit.
But in reality, once more, there seems to be a hooded phantom lurking in the corridor. But Mr. Spouter does not appear to have noticed it at the time because he shows no reaction to the object when it's filmed. He wanders around the area to investigate more and find more concrete proof, but to no avail. He claims in the video's comment area that 4 years later, he's still baffled by the identity of the eerie figure and the unusual noises he was hearing inside of his home. Either way though, it looks like Mr. Spouter is doing okay.
Number 13.
Our next video comes from the well-known YouTube channel El Piñata Vlogs, which is best known to his subscribers for documenting his daily adventures, many of which consist of him visiting various different creepy places, and sometimes haunted places from around the world. This video was uploaded in July of 2021. About 5 minutes into the upload, you can see that El Piñata might already be regretting going into the abandoned house that he claims is reputedly haunted, since that is when something spooky happens to him.
No mames, no mames, no mames. ¿Qué pedo, güey?
Because of all of the trash strewn around, the structure reminded him of an abandoned warehouse. As he was filming the interior, suddenly, a door frame falls to the ground by itself, startling the YouTuber. While this undoubtedly puts Piñata on edge, he continues his investigation anyway, making his way into nearby parts of the house. At the 9-minute mark, Piñata discovers a wall that has some sort of spray paint on it. But that is unable to hold his interest because suddenly he hears a screeching sound coming from one of the other rooms. This alarms Piñata, who then decides to investigate the source of the sound.
Uy, no mames. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué pedo, qué pedo, qué pedo, qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo? No mames, no mames, la carriola, la carriola, la carriola, la carriola, plebes. La carriola, se movió, se movió. No seas mamón, no seas mamón. Se movió la carriola, plebes. Amigos, ¿lo vieron? Se movió la carriola. Se movió la carriola. Fíjense. Oh, me empezó a doler súper feo la espalda. No se imaginan cómo me empezó a doler la espalda, amigo. ¿Qué pedo, güey? ¿Qué pedo, güey? Oye, los perros empezaron a ladrar, amigos. Los perros empezaron a ladrar. ¿Hola? ¿Hola? No se imaginan cómo me empezó a doler la espalda, amigo. ¿Qué pedo, güey? ¿Qué pedo, güey? Oye, los perros empezaron a ladrar, amigos. Ay, no mames. ¿Hola?
During the final minute of the video, Piñata's just about ready to leave when he encounters one last terrifying thing while recording.
Amigos, me voy a retirar. Me voy a retirar. Porque está muy fuerte todo. No mames. No mames. Escuché como que bajaban las escaleras. O subían las escaleras, amigos. ¿Hola? Me voy a ir. Hoy. ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué fue eso? No mames. No mames. No mames. No mames. Me voy a salir. No me vuelvo a meter aquí, amigos. No vuelvo a ingresar aquí.
As he was documenting the area, he could hear pretty clearly that someone or something was going up or coming down the stairs right behind him, even though the place was supposed to be deserted. And when the YouTuber turned around, there was nobody there. After this happens, the YouTuber decides it's probably a good idea to leave the house before anything more sinister can happen to him. El Piñata frequently documents his travels to locations like this in his videos, but it's reasonable to suppose that he won't be returning to this one anytime soon.
Number 12.
This video was uploaded on July 4th, 2010 by a YouTuber named Seth Lee Thompson, who uploaded a creepy video with the simple title of Poltergeist Activity. The video begins with a title card that gives some background information before the footage begins, explaining how they decided to set up a camera that year to finally capture footage of the alleged poltergeist inside of their home after noticing an increase in paranormal activity over the course of the previous few years. These were excerpts from hours of the total footage captured. As we watch the video, It appears to have been shot in a normal-looking room in Seth's home. However, after about 1 minute, something weird occurs. A book strangely flies out of its usual spot from the table and falls to the ground while nobody's nearby. Then, a little later in the evening, there's a clip that was shot in the same location as before, and once more something strange occurs. You can see an object falling down the steps, but nobody is visible at the top to push it down. So what or who is doing this? This, however, is just the tip of the iceberg. The amount of creepy activities around the house just increases. As we can see from the next part of the footage, we can see the light in the stairway turning on and off, even though it's visible in the video. Clearly that the light switch is downstairs and nobody's messing with it or even near it. Even though this film was submitted to the platform 12 years ago, there are still no explanations for what transpired in it, leaving Seth completely in the dark. We can only hope that changes in the future.
Number 11.
This video was uploaded by a YouTube channel called Paranormal Nightmare, which is a popular YouTube channel that primarily specializes in content relating to abandoned building explorations, paranormal investigations, and much more. In this video, which was released in November 2021, the crew goes to investigate an old city hall and jail. For the first few minutes, nothing unusual occurs as they explore the area with their night vision turned on. That is, until around the 14-minute mark, when a series of strange noises come from downstairs.
Oh, get over here. Shh. Girl, hurry up. Voices. Hello? You heard it though, right?
Oh yeah, did you hear that big ass thud?
Yeah.
Can you touch one of us?
No. Oh, no. Something's walking down the steps. Go. Holy shit. Something just came walking down them steps.
First, we hear a creepy sound that sounds almost like somebody saying hello. This freaks out the YouTubers and makes them want to find the source of the sound. The investigators are increasingly frightened as the investigation progresses because they can hear additional loud banging noises coming from various parts of the property. Despite how bizarre this noise and the loud bang were, the team chooses to move forward and continue their investigation. When one investigator makes an attempt to communicate with the probable ghost, something genuinely paranormal happens.
Come in here with us.
Yep, stay. No, you stay.
You didn't f***ing stay.
No, I didn't. It's f***ing loud, ain't it?
They try to call out to any paranormal anomaly or entity living there when they suddenly hear someone dragging something across the floor, which spooks the YouTubers. And later, again, accompanied by more banging sounds, which added more to the whole creepy atmosphere. The crew is now becoming more and more alarmed, but before they can leave, they have one more scare.
I had no trouble with mine. And then you get slapped, and then next thing you know, your camera goes dead.
As they begin to hear a female voice singing from one of the many rooms in the structure. Thankfully, Everyone on the crew was able to escape the eerie building without suffering any injuries. However, after watching the video and listening to the audio, it's evident that they were most definitely not alone in there. The question of what was inside the building with them will probably never be known.
Number 10.
This video comes from the channel Michael and Heather, who are two paranormal investigators that primarily use the social media platform TikTok, where they frequently upload videos that typically see them investigating a certain paranormal occurrence or documenting findings of their own. On an ordinary day, Michael and Heather were both at home watching television when they noticed something strange. As they stood up to investigate, they could hear heavy knocking coming from a number of the house's doors. To investigate, they gently made their way to the door, but as they got close to it, they couldn't see or hear anyone standing outside. At one point in the video, Michael opens up one of the doors which caused the noise to stop temporarily, but just a few moments later, the same knocking sound can be heard coming from an entirely different door. This phenomenon carries on for quite some time, but the banging noise shifts from door to door, right at the exact moment when they get close enough to investigate. Therefore, this video naturally raises the issue of what might be making the enigmatic pounding noise. Was it a real ghost trying to creep out Michael and Heather? Or just a well-prepared hoax designed to get them more views? I'll let you be the judge on that.
Number 9.
This video was uploaded in July of 2020 by a YouTube channel known as Terrifying TV. This video showcases an exploration of an allegedly haunted abandoned house at an undisclosed location. Just 2 minutes into the investigation, one of the crew members hears something.
Doesn't it, in this place? Every room's been destroyed.
Dave!
What was that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, was it not you?
No? It was like a bang from in there.
I thought it was you walking.
No, it weren't me.
Was it not?
No.
In this place. Every room's been destroyed.
Dave!
In this place. Every room's been destroyed.
Dave!
What's that? Hello? Someone here?
A loud banging noise that abruptly emanates from one of the rooms, even though the dilapidated house has nobody inside other than them. Right away, they enter the building. It's clear that it has definitely seen its better days. There's rubble and debris thrown around everywhere you look, and it seems as though it has definitely been abandoned for quite some time. Then coming from a different direction, there is still another noise similar to this.
Just sort of two what look like orbs. Shit me.
Oh
What was
my
that?
god. My torch just turned on.
What?
Like really bright.
Sure it's not mine.
Oh god, yeah, it's yours. So actually freaked me out. I thought, what the hell, my torch just turned on.
What was that?
I don't know.
Is that thing moving or what? Just sort of two what look like orbs. Shit me.
Oh my god.
These noises unsettle one of the crew members to the core. The two investigators may have thought what they heard was an accident, but a few minutes later, As they were exploring the house, they heard crackling sounds emanating from various locations. This further frightened them and made them proceed around the eerie, haunted house with greater caution. Later, as they're moving around the house and continuing to investigate every room, one of the investigators insists that she heard something coming up behind her.
There was another footstep, Dave. This time it was right next to me in that room. There was another footstep, Dave. This time it was. There was another footstep, Dave. This time.
She swears she heard footsteps coming up from right behind her, from the dark, and seemed to be following her, as after some time they heard more creepy footsteps around them. But when they tried to investigate the source, no one or nothing was found. So what do you think? Was the house really haunted, or another well-performed hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Number 8.
Our next video was uploaded by Scoeb to TikTok. 2 youngsters are the focus of this one, which follow them as they wander around the exterior of what appears to be an abandoned structure. They're trying to get something on camera while being as quiet and covert as they possibly can by carefully making their way around the perimeter of the house outside while carrying a phone camera. In the video, they occasionally come across a chamber they can peek into, but they never actually find anything there. They have no idea of what they've already documented.
Apa ya? Taunya namanya 5 tuh. Kurang nyambung saya. Oh ini, Bang. Ternyata lewatnya sini, Bang. Iya, baru ingat saya. Saya baru ingat. Nah, ini lewat sini nih, Bang. Kurang nyambung saya. Oh ini, Bang. Ternyata lewatnya sini, Bang. Iya, baru ingat saya. Saya baru ingat.
However, as unbeknownst to them, they've got something pretty horrible on camera. Slowing down the video allows you to see what might be difficult to identify, but to me it looks like a strange black figure standing within a room full of broken objects and gazing out the window. The uploader saw it after they recorded and thinks it's a pokon, an Indonesian ghost that's thought to be the spirit of a deceased person imprisoned inside a shroud. What do you guys think? Is it a real pokon caught on camera? Is it a hoax or something different entirely? Let me know in the comments.
Number 7.
Our next creepy video was uploaded by an unknown user and shows bone-chilling footage of poltergeist activity. In the video, we couldn't help but notice the fact that the camera is continuously shaking and gives us the impression that whoever was filming the poltergeist activity was legitimately scared at that point. We see in the footage how a door moves on its own. Even the doorknob keeps moving without anyone's support whatsoever. The user then zooms in while showing that there's no strings attached to it. So what do you think it was? A clever hoax or real poltergeist activity?
Number 6.
This video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Fallen Angel 1. The footage shows something really scary passing through a parking lot. We can see a hazy, creepy, hooded figure of a man breezing through between the cars that's enough to send shivers down your body. The next scary video is also captured on the property. This time the activity occurs in the garden when suddenly a stick falls to the ground even though no one was seen nearby. So was it just a coincidence or something else?
Number 5.
This video was uploaded to YouTuber by an unknown user, and it shows a bizarre paranormal occurrence in a park. In the footage, we see a very heavy swing moving on its own. Even after a thorough investigation of the video, we couldn't spot any wires or motors that could be moving the swing. So what do you think of this one? Is it raw paranormal footage or just excellent editing? Let me know your thoughts down below.
Number 4.
Our next video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Ricardo Orellana. The footage was taken in an operating room of a clinic, and it scared the YouTuber very much. In the footage, we see a lone tray moving in different directions like it was being pushed by an invisible entity. There can only be 2 reasons for this. Either the room was very drafty, or there was something paranormal going on inside of that room. What are your thoughts?
Number 3.
This video was uploaded by an unknown user, and they claim that they got to communicate with the spirit of someone called Lisa.
Is there someone in here with us? Yes, it is. What's your name? You're not pushing that, are you?
No, I'm not. Just trying to keep my fingers on it. L. I. S.
In the video, we see 2 people using a Ouija board that helps them contacting a spirit or paranormal entity nearby. They learn the spirit's name Lisa, but were not aware if it was a good or dangerous spirit, as they can be very unpredictable. But something happens that really scares them off.
Hey, Lisa? Who's Lisa?
Did you push that?
I did not push that.
Seriously, none of you guys push that over to the X like that.
No.
You guys doing something underneath the table?
No.
Does that look like it moved all on its own?
Give it another shot, see what happens.
The dial on the Ouija board moves on its own and freaks everybody out. Even the players are bewildered and want to confirm that someone isn't playing a prank, so they ask the spirit to show them if it's moving the board, and it responds by moving the dial on the Ouija board once more. So what do you guys think? An elaborate hoax or real poltergeist activity?
Number 2.
Our next video was uploaded to YouTube by MS Paranormal. According to the channel, the poltergeist activity was recorded at their workplace, and it's unaltered, unedited. A giant glass apple glides unexplainably and slides off the table. While this could be explained by the table being slightly tilted or by the presence of something slick on the surface, it's also possible that something supernatural is at work.
Okay, so I'm sitting here eating my lunch, and that apple just moved. Oh shit!
The glass apple in question, which is still seated on the table, begins to move slightly again as the video continues, upsetting the YouTuber. However, things become worse as the glass apple begins to slide on its own and eventually falls to the ground, greater startling the man nearby. According to him, he was just having his lunch when he spotted the apple moving, which is what prompted him to grab his phone and record the video.
Number 1.
This video was uploaded by TikTok user Outlaw Paranormal. In the video, we follow a doll named Lucy. The doll was donated to its owner Jimmy, who claims it's haunted by the owner of a nearby shop. Jimmy posted some of the eerie interactions with Lucy on his TikTok channel, claiming that the doll has a bad vibe and frequently throws objects that are lying next to her. The most terrifying ghostly encounters Jimmy experienced while using a K2 meter to record Lucy are shown on camera. We can see the doll, Lucy, moving erratically on her own in the video, and the entire K2 meter lights up whenever Lucy moves. So what do you think? Is it staged, or does Jimmy have a haunted doll on his hands? And that is going to wrap it up for today, you guys. I hope you liked the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell. This has been The Haunter, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep it creepy.